People are the crucial part of this project.
This sector, meaning environmental work and climate action, is the sector in which I feel I belong to.
I came here to learn more about the climate crisis and ways to tackle it because I'm passionate about the environment and concerned about the future.
The COVID crisis that we're having is merely a rehearsal for what we're facing.
In the global climate crisis, what role local communities can play?
I had a fantastic team of volunteers with different backgrounds, and I was happy to work and live in such a great atmosphere.
This experience has been really regenerating for me, and it was a turning point in my life, I would say.
It was a good experience to spend some time away from home, to learn about different cultures and to meet people from different countries.
There's something very peaceful about the whole area and something very positive about the people.
Our volunteers became climate ambassadors and climate champions for various organisations within Ireland to deliver the message about climate action. Not climate change, but climate action.
We have carried out a project that will contribute to climate action nationally and will act as a guarantee for Irish rural communities to become carbon neutral while guaranteeing their well-being. Hello, my name is Aideen McLaughlin. I am CEO of Good Energies Alliance Ireland and a founder member as well. The story of our EVS project really starts in 2012 when Good Energies Alliance was formed as an NGO based in Leitrim to campaign against fracking in Ireland. In 2013, we hosted our first EVS volunteer to help in our campaign, and we have hosted volunteers ever since, and they've been essential in all our work and campaigns. In 2017, the campaign against fracking that was spearheaded by Good Energies and its young volunteers, it came to a successful conclusion, and the legislation to ban fracking was passed into law that year. We then found ourselves lacking somewhat in focus. But as well as campaigning against fracking, we were actively promoting the move away from fossil fuels, but no burning issue was really identified. Excuse the pun. We also lacked expertise on climate change. And at the same time, we had a terrific situation going on from the point of view of hosting EVS volunteers. We had a house with low rent for up to 4 volunteers. We had an excellent office and work environment. We had many local members happy to help with our work and with our campaigns. And of course, we have a rich traditional Irish culture for our volunteers to engage with. Consequently, when the possibility of a 2-year strategic EVS project was advertised by the EU Erasmus Plus programme, we were delighted. This would give us the opportunity for longer-term involvement in climate change and renewable energy issues, benefiting from the contribution of up to 9 EVS volunteers and building up expertise during the 2 years, while the volunteers would have the opportunity for personal, social and professional development. So, Good Energies 2020 was born. We applied for funding in February 2018 and the project was approved and started in May that same year with 4 volunteers, Sarah, Nino, Siri and Sasha. And they were followed in 2019 with Jules, Nicolo, Anna Maria and Alina. The application for the Good Energies 2020 project focused on the concept of powerful communities, empowering communities to move to alternative energy sources while generating income and jobs, and campaigning for and publicising this concept through social media campaigns and advocacy. We also propose facilitating climate action through working with schools, carrying out a household energy survey of Boyle, and holding a conference and seminars, and engaging in training.
My name is Alina and I'm from Belarus. My background is international law. It's really important for me to speak English, to work in international team, of people with different backgrounds. So I decided to apply to this project and have something different in my life and my work. During this 2-year project, we focused also on school climate action days. We were working with transitional year students in local schools to raise awareness about climate crisis, about what we can do as individuals and what we can do as a group. Our goal was to encourage the class to plan and carry out some projects based on different topics, such as food waste, plastic pollution, energy efficiency and renewable energy. The students developed small projects just in a few weeks, for example, carrying out interviews to know local people opinions about wind turbines or creating recipes from leftovers to avoid food waste. And then at the final session they presented the results of their work to us. A highlight was a climate change song composed and performed by a group of students.
Hello, my name's Janice. I'm a director of Good Energies and have been for a number of years. The Powerful Communities Conference led us to structure the whole of the 18-month strategic EVS project in such a way that culminated in the large piece of work called the Kroger Report, but started in a very simple way and on a very simple level with an energy survey in a small town of Boyle. The purpose of that energy survey was to get local people to understand what their energy consumptions actually were. And to feedback that information on completion of the surveys, we undertook community seminars. And from there, we moved towards researching into what was actually happening in our county. So we went from the individual to the small community, to the larger community, to the county. And through that process, our volunteers became climate ambassadors and climate champions for various organisations within Ireland.
I'm Nick, I come from Italy, the north part of Italy, and I decided to come to Ireland because somehow I always felt the call. Volunteering experience was what I was looking for. So in the spring of 2019, we started a long-term project, a project that will carry us towards 2030, and we call it Kroga. When you look at Leitrim, for example, a territory that is peripheral, small and lush green, you might think it's not really involved in this global collapsing climate affair. But our study, however, discovered that activities in Leitrim do in fact contribute to the global carbon debt, which is at the root of global heating. Going more in detail, we discovered that emissions, greenhouse gases emissions in Leitrim exceed its carbon budget by more than 50%. Now you might wonder what Kroga means. It means brave. This project requires brave citizens and brave communities because you need that to tackle the climate crisis on a local level. The study required 6 months of research work carried on by us volunteers and took the shape of a carbon inventory, which basically accounts for the climate impact of different economic sectors, for instance agriculture, transport, the housing sector and other economic sectors in County Leitrim, plus the mitigation service provided by local forests, hedgerows and bogs. The report has a very scientific cut, so in order to make it more accessible, we broke it down in a series of infographics which basically give the main facts and figures of our findings, sector by sector. The report constituted phase 1 of our Kroga initiative, which is a 3-phase initiative, and there is still much work to do. It will be completed by mitigation scenarios for County Leitrim and Kroga actions, which will be the outcomes of phase 2, the ongoing local climate dialogue. Our aim is that our findings will be integrated in the Leitrim Climate Action Plan, And also we intend to replicate our initiative in other counties in Ireland and in Europe.
Hi, my name is Ana Maria and I'm from Romania. I am 30 years old. I'm passionate about the environment and concerned about the climate crisis. As phase 2 of the Kroga project, we organized a couple of climate dialogue sessions. Besides launching our county-based carbon report, the main purpose of this session was to provide an opportunity for citizens to get involved in developing ideas and actions to tackle the climate crisis. Litrim Kroga climate dialogue sessions facilitated by GEAI brought together citizens from all over the county into intense and lively sessions. The level of interest and implication of the attendees amazed us. The feedback we got was more than positive and encourages us that this kind of democratic and inclusive approach is needed when dealing with crises that affect us all. We now move the dialogue online in a Facebook group where anyone can share ideas, debate, recommend good practices and also organize to bring climate actions alive. In this way, we will contribute towards the Litrim Climate Plan and will work with the local authority and other statutory bodies.
Hello, my name is Fergal Gilmartin and I'm a Director with Good Energies Alliance Ireland. In July of 2018, I went on a short-term EVS project to a small seaside village called Zelo Castro in Greece. The short-term EVS I was involved with was forest work in Greece, or what we call the FIG project. Myself and the other volunteers were given a set of tasks every morning at breakfast. We started every morning by watering the freshly planted flowers and shrubs. We took some fresh compost and planted them into pots. Then the plants that have been in the pots longer than 2 to 3 weeks, we took them out and planted them into the ground. It was a great experience volunteering in Greece for a month. I met some great friends over there and some of which I'm still in contact with today. I would encourage more young people to get involved in projects like this. It's a great opportunity to take on responsibility in the global fight against climate change.
My name is Leslie O'Hora. I'm Communications Director of Good Energy Alliance. And so I've been involved in environmental matters and green matters for a long while. So the thing that really pleases me as well is the fact that we're getting more involved with inputting international policy, because the type of volunteers that we have now coming from all over Europe and the likes, some of them have degrees in environmental stuff, but they also have degrees in economics, and some of them are actually environmental economists, and they're getting an awful lot of information and a lot of research that enables us to actually share with other organisations and with other people who are interested nationally, so that hopefully the type of policies that we manage to succeed in the fracking sphere will also be brought to bear in the energy sphere, so that we can actually have a truly renewable energy country.
I'm Liam Breslin and I am pleased to be a Director of Good Energies Alliance Ireland, talking about the international aspect of our strategic EVS project. We have partners in about 6 countries: Belarus, France, Spain, Romania, Italy, Greece. And these partnerships are exercised through visits, and we have had them come here, their committee members and their volunteers, and we have done joint projects with them. Our members and volunteers have also met on many occasions with members of the European Parliament, indeed officials of the European Parliament. Our ambitions are not limited to Europe. We have even sent members abroad to America, where they have worked with other international groups, and they have worked with workshops within the United Nations. These partnerships are a unique opportunity for us to get involved in international work.
I have absolutely no doubt that the future is very positive and very bright for Good Energies Alliance Ireland. I think their commitment to becoming a social enterprise is central to this, in order to provide more employment and jobs for people in the area. This would be hugely beneficial, as it would increase the quality of life for those in the community.
We have carried out a project that will contribute to climate action nationally and will act as a guarantee for Irish rural communities to become carbon neutral while guaranteeing their well-being.